Bonjour tout le monde et bienvenue à Learn French by Suchita. Je m'appelle Suchita, votre enseignante de la langue française, et dans cette vidéo, on va apprendre la prononciation de la lettre R. My name is Suchita, your French language instructor, and in this video, we are going to master the pronunciation of the letter R. After getting a lot of requests from you people that how to master the pronunciation of the letter R, here I've come up with a video, and in this video we are going to learn how do you actually pronounce the letter R like a native speaker. Now, the pronunciation of R in French comes from your throat. So practice it comes from your throat. So basically here I've written 4 tips that you can use in order to master your pronunciation. Okay, now the first tip that I've written is they are the vibrations. See, if you'll try to pronounce the French R, you will feel that your throat is vibrating. So these are the vibrations coming from your throat and from your chest. So see, when I'm saying my throat is vibrating. Now, the second tip which you can try is the gargling sound. When you actually gargle, this is the sound, You can actually take water in your mouth and you can practice, It's like that, Now, the third tip that I would like to give you is the sound which you produce when you're angry. Like that. So it's this sound. That sound, good. Now the next is sound of snoring. So all those who snore here, they can perfectly master the pronunciation. The sound is that you produce while you snore. Okay, so I'll repeat for you. The first is vibrations coming from your throat and from your chest. My throat is vibrating. I can give you the tips, but you will have to, practice in order to master this pronunciation, because this does not exist in English. So the first is vibrations. The second is the gargling sound. I told you, you can gargle like that. The third is the angry sound. And the fourth is the sound of snoring. So here you will find certain examples where you will find consonants with R. Alright, so let's see this. So you will find before R, you will always find a consonant. Alright, so let's take the first one. So the first one is vrai. So this is V and followed by R, like vr. So vrai. France, F followed by France, T, trois, chiffre, like France, same sound, chiffre, très. Here I'm exaggerating the sound, okay, in order to make you learn. Vrai. France. Trois. Why have I written TRRR? Because after T you have to the sound, vibration sound. Trois. Chiffre. Now T. Très. Droite. D followed by R. Droite. Try to say one more time. Vrai. France. Trois. Chiffre. Très. Droite. Now here you will find certain examples where there would be vowels with R. Alright, in the previous one I had quoted consonants with R. Now here it would be a little easier than the previous one. It would be vowels with R. So you'll find in all the examples after R there will always be a vowel. Alright, try pronouncing. This is ha, ha-vi, ha, ha-vi. If you are not able to pronounce it together, you can either break it. So ha, ha, and then followed by vi, ha-vi, ha-vi. Reçu, reçu, reçu. D'accord? Again, the same sound. Recette, recette. Roi, like that. Roux followed by a. Roi, roi. Now, repas, repas, repas. In this reçu, recette, repas, it's same, huh? Now the next here I have the accent aigu, so the sound will not be re, it would be ré, réveil, réveil, réveil. Alright, so ravi, ravi, reçu, reçu, recette, recette. Try repeating after me, huh? Roi, roi, roi. Repas, repas, réveil, réveil. You need to keep on practicing it. You cannot just watch a video and become perfect in the pronunciation of the letter R. The more you practice, the more your mouth will get used to it. So my personal suggestion, just practice it on daily basis. The sound h. Now the next group where there would be silent R. The R would be silent. Alright, so the first example that I've quoted is the verbs ending with ER. So if you're learning French grammar, you must be aware that the first group verbs, they are ER verbs. Alright, so wherever you will find ER at the end, all the ER verbs, the R will always be silent. We are not going to pronounce that. So let's take this. Parler, parler. It's not parler, no. Parler, parler. So this last R would be silent. Parler, manger, 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 rentrer, rentrer, rentrer. So here I'm pronouncing this R and this R both, but not the last R. Rentrer, travailler, travailler. Again I'm pronouncing this R but not the last R. So travailler. Habiter, habiter. So remember, in all the first group verbs where you have ER endings, you never pronounce the last consonant R. Here, parler, manger, rentrer, travailler, et puis habiter. Okay? Now, the second, where I have written some adjectives, like here also, these are adjectives, premier. Here also we have ER at the end, so we are not going to pronounce that. Premier, dernier, premier, dernier. So we are not pronouncing the last R. Premier, dernier. Now, the next rule we'll see is liaison. Liaison. Now, what is the rule here? If your first word ends with a consonant, and here, because we are mastering the pronunciation of the letter R, I've taken all the three examples where you have the last consonant R. Alright? And the next word begins with a vowel. Then what do? You start pronouncing this R. If you remember in the previous clip, I told you that the pronunciation of this is premier, premier. So that means we do not pronounce this R, the last R, where you have the combination ER at the end. Premier. But if after this you have a word which begins with a vowel, then you will transfer the sound of this R to this consonant. I'll tell you how. Le premier étage. Le premier étage. Le premier étage. Étage, étage. Alright. Similarly here. Le premier renfant. Le premier renfant. Renfant. Try pronouncing this. Renfant. Now here if you see, we have the last consonant R, but the next word doesn't begin with a vowel. So now here we are not going to pronounce this R. That means this sound of R will not get transferred to this F. Alright, because that is not a vowel. So here we are going to pronounce it as le premier fils. Le premier fils. Premier fils. That means the sound of R you will see nowhere here. So I'll repeat for you. Le premier étage. Le premier étage. Premier étage. Le premier enfant. Premier enfant. Premier enfant. Premier fils. Premier fils. Nowhere you're seeing the pronunciation of this R. If you like this video, do not forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And in case you're not getting the updates and reminders, then make sure that you have hit the bell icon as well. For complete courses related to French language, you can visit our website www.learnfrenchbysuchita.thinkific.com. And in case you have any query related to our courses or any other query, you can WhatsApp us on the given number. And I'll see you very soon with the next video. Till then, au revoir et bisous bisous.